So we spoke a little bit about heartbreak and love and disappointing men. So when it comes to manifesting in love, what do people need to know?
Manifesting in love. So getting behind your authenticity, that's one. Sexual energy transfers, it's a real thing. I don't know if if the public is ready to even hear some of this stuff, right? But when you have sex with someone and then they are not 100% in their vortex energy, and I'll come back to what that means in a moment, you can actually have some of that energy transferred to you, right? So what do I mean by someone who's not 100% in their vortex energy? Now, we live in a world full of spirit. Me and you are spirit. We've connected by energy. You have spirit that doesn't have a physical form, but they still linger around. So when a spirit gets very attracted to a physical form, it becomes, attached. That's what they call negative attachments, yeah? So when you're having sex, particularly if you don't know what's in their energy field, partially you're having sex with that spirit, yeah? So it's always good, when you are seeking to manifest in love, have an energy scan, really raise your vibration, get your energy protected, your self protected, and just be very mindful who you have sex with, because nowadays people are carrying all sorts of shit. And it's like, you guys don't even know. They look pretty, they sound pretty, but nasty energy, just like your ex.
Which one? Because they're all the same. When you say that a negative spirit can attach to a physical spirit, are someone with a lower vibration, like someone whose energy is shit, are the negative spirits more likely to stick to someone who's vibrating at a low frequency?
No, regardless of whether you have high or low, but there's more chance of you getting an attachment based off carrying a lower vibration, yeah, and no spiritual protection.
Perfect. Yeah. What impact does heartbreak have when it comes to relationships?
Think of it like you're going to a supermarket, right? You're filling up your bags with all this emotion, all this crap. By the time you reach to the one, you've come with a load of baggage. That's what heartbreaks are. So if you don't resolve the energy, if you don't take out those heartbreaks out of those bags, then the one that you end up being with probably doesn't stick, because you're carrying triggers from like heartbreaks. You haven't healed. So healing is a big part when it comes to manifesting. You want the best of the best, right? So to have the best of the best, you got to become the best of the best internally, not externally, not just that.
How do you know because I've encountered this myself, how do you know when you're ready to start dating someone else? How do you know when you're fully healed, or how do you just know that your baggage is not there? When baggage.
When you're not in a place of seeking validation from others, when you're comfortable of going to a restaurant, sitting down, having a meal, and you're just not bothered by anyone else, or you're not concerned that you're there by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not coming from a place of
lack, need, or want. You go from a place of desire. I desire a partner like this because he's going to add to the energy of what I already am. Yeah.
I also feel like there's also a misconception, or I feel like everyone is different in how much time it takes to heal and how much time in between. Do you think that there's a timeline, or it all depends?
I personally feel the timeline of how long it takes for someone to heal is based upon, if it comes to love and relationships, how much time they've consumed with that person. Because the longer you're in a, let's say, toxic relationship, the more likely you're going to pick up on their habits, and you're going to start developing triggers.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I base it on.
Would you say if, for instance, let's say I'm dating a new person, right?
Okay.
Just hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Let's say that I am starting to get triggered, or I see red flags. Is it possible that maybe those aren't exactly red flags and I'm just getting triggered from past events?
So if you don't resolve it from past events, those triggers, what ends up happening is that becomes a form of manifestation. Your trigger You could actually manifest if you're thinking, oh shit, he hasn't texted me. Oh my God, is he cheating? Oh my God. Like I've had it before when the girls are on the call, they're like, oh my God, and he hasn't texted me, it's been 2 days. Oh, is he cheating? Is he cheating? I'm like, oh, get a grip, girl. Just because your ex cheated on you, you need to work on that trigger. But no, he's not cheating on you. But it ends up as a form of manifestation. I'm like, no wonder he's cheating on you, because you turned into a mad cow.
So I feel like with me, it's difficult because sometimes I don't know whether I don't know how to have like a happy medium. So sometimes if a guy isn't texting me, I could get triggered and be like, is he with someone else? What's happening? Does he not like me? But then also I feel like if a guy is consistent,
Yeah.
I'm like, is he love bombing me? But I feel like that could also be just a trigger response because I feel like that's a little bit of insecurity. It's like, well, like, what's so great about me? Why is he being so consistent? Because I'm used to guys not being consistent.
Okay. So go back and ask yourself, what's the story you tell yourself when it comes to love? What does love mean to you? Is love hard? Then guess what? You're going to attract something that's hard. If it's love beautiful, then you're going to attract something beautiful.
Right.
Go back to your story.
Well, I feel like it shouldn't be hard. And that's the thing. I feel like if I'm dating someone and it's not peaceful from the beginning, I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here because love should not, it shouldn't. I know that there's things like that you have to work through and little things can come up. But if it's just like, it's a feeling, if you're feeling like anxious or you're just like in a state of like fight or flight, it's like, I'm like, I need to get the hell out of here. Are you wondering if your love connection is a karmic lesson or if it's a spiritual connection? Head over to www.manifestwiththemedium.com to get insight from top psychic experts.
Look at the 3D, right? Look at what we watch on TV, dramas. I've had ladies come to me that know more about Love Island than they know about their own lives. That's embarrassing, girls, by the way. But look at the drama. Look what you're distracted by in the 3D. That's going to form some form of story, right? So you need to be very wary. Manifesting is also about spiritually awakening as well. So we need to learn to spiritually wake the fuck up, because you can end up sabotaging your own manifestations.
Right. And I think self-awareness is very important because some people they don't know that they need to change, or they don't realize that they need to change in order to get what they want. Their manifestation's not coming through because they're not healed, but they don't even think that they need healing.
But when I've been in America, people have I don't know, people just say, oh, psychics are bad. Psychics are like this and it's against our religion. I'm like, well, hold on. Well, your priest is out there, I don't know, abusing children. Isn't that bad? People pick and choose what they want to follow when it comes to religion. And the reason I'm touching upon this is because not all psychics are bad. Of course, you're going to have a dark side to the psychic world. You are. But there's a good side to the psychic world. I feel that people should, just learn to tap in, because there's a reason why good psychics are here on Earth doing what we're doing, which is helping navigate people. That's our role.
I wanted to ask you a question now that you mentioned America, because you're from the UK.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of clients in the UK and in America. Do you
more in the States and the UAE?
What have you encountered when it comes to love and hearing other people's experiences, the dating, the difference between the UK and America?
The UK is fucking asleep. The UK is so spiritually behind, it's unbelievable. The US is more forward thinking, a bit too much, but this is where we probably need to bring a bit of education around it. Dating, I don't know. I just think, honestly, the UK for me is slightly more backwards than the US. The US is a bit more forward. I don't know, what specifically around dating? Would you want to know? What?
I think dating is really hard in New York City.
Yeah, any city. Any city, it's going to be challenging and difficult. It is. It can be. But again, it comes down to the story that you tell yourself.
Right. If you're saying it's going to be really hard, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be so easy. I just have to keep saying that. Okay. I think we touched on this a little bit, but why is healing so important when it comes to love and relationships?
Yeah, because, you want to be 100% in your vortex energy. You want to be vibrating at the highest vibration. Let's say, for example, a person is what we call a damaged soul. Yeah. And if they're damaged on a level, on a spiritual level, then what are they going to be attracting? So you've got to heal from within, heal from within, and push yourself out so your aura is just shining bright.
Right.
Yeah. There's a video on my TikTok that you guys can see, and you'll see me running, but you can see my aura just glowing. Yeah. And you can pick that up sometimes, and I can see that on you. And some people naturally have that clairvoyance about them where they can just see good energy. Yeah. So healing's really, really, don't mistake it. It's really powerful. But you know what? There's a lot of fake healers out there. There's a lot of fake healers, a lot of fake psychics that say they can heal you. But all they do is they just touch your outer layer of your auric field. That's all they do. Got a little bounce. That's it. But that's not healing. Reiki's kind of good. Reiki's good for a bit of trauma. But again, Reiki's not. It's so commercialized. Every Tom, Dick and Harry is doing fucking Reiki. But even with Reiki, you got to be careful. Because some of these Reiki people, you don't know what the fuck you're healing. Like, you think you're healing that person, but you're actually healing the little spirit that's just laying there.
You're stroking the spirit, and the spirit's still there. He's like, I'm having a drink in here. I'm good. When you're ready to get that edge when it comes to manifesting, head over to www.manifestwiththemedium.com and have your vibration raised. You can use code Diani at checkout for a discount incentive.